Many thanks for choosing us. Scores of commuters were forced to walk home last night after heavy rains caused more than a 4-kilometer gridlock on the Accra-Kasoa highway. Bumper-to-bumper traffic remains on the stretch, with some persons forced to park their vehicles on the sides of the road or at a fuel station to continue the rest of the journey on foot. The rains had washed down silt from the Wager Hills onto the main road, rendering parts of the eastbound section impassable. Maxwell Agbagba has more.
It is 10 minutes past 1 a.m. here on the main Accra-Kasoa highways. It is a bumper-to-bumper traffic on the stretch from the top of a small hill here. I can see more than a kilometer of vehicles stuck in this gridlock. Some commuters who are tired of sitting in cars are now walking to their destination. Some of them with their heads peering the car window. A man I met earlier had parked his car at a fuel station, continuing the rest of the journey to his house on foot. I've now met a truck driver, Josephine. His truck is stuck here in this mud on the stretch. He says he would have to spend the night here on this road. So tell us, how long have you been here?
I say 6:37.
6:37. Okay.
Oh yeah, I reached here.
Yeah.
The time I reached here, the water is moved up.
Yeah.
So I can't pass. So I have to stay and see what is going on.
Yeah.
I will stay up, I say 2 hours, 3 hours. That's still the water is going on. I can't move.
Yeah.
So I have to stay inside the water.
Okay.
Unless the water go down, and then I will try myself to, come out for that place.
Yeah.
But outside, the thing is not successful.
Yeah.
So I will stay. Until the time the water go down. So I will go find shovel and do one of two things so that I will come out.
Yeah.
But my company give you the time where it is stop. So I can't move again. I have to find some place.
So you're going to sleep in this car?
Yes, I'll sleep inside. So tomorrow morning I'll come out for here.
Okay. Yeah, so what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Kenneth.
How long have you been walking?
Yeah, I've been walking for about 3 hours. 3 hours.
Yeah.
Walking from the Tebu to what is more, the more side.
Wow.
Very, like, the road is very bad. The government says maybe my
Okay, so you're saying because of the water, you know?
Yeah, because of the rain spoiled everything.
Yeah.
You see, I'm a painter. I closed from work 3:50.
Yeah.
I'm now going home. From here to Kasoa, it's too far.
And it's 12:30 a.m.
12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
12:30, getting to 1 o'clock. So I don't know the time that I'll get home.
Okay. Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Aisha.
Okay, how long have you been walking?
Almost an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you were in a car?
Yeah, I was in the car and then they said, let me just get up. Okay. And then take the lead because I think the way the traffic is, it will not stop now. So I just get down and then I said, let me take the lead.
Yeah. But it's around 1 a.m. It's almost 1 a.m.
Yeah.
What do you want authorities to do about the situation?
Like the way I said earlier, you have to at least respond to the and then at that place.
Okay.
That place
to do something about it. Okay. How long have you been in traffic, sir?
We've been in traffic for about, let's say 45 minutes now.
45 minutes. 1 a.m. Are you sure you'll be able to go to work?
Oh, no, I'm not sure.
You can't?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to the Accra-Kasoa road, where my colleague Maxwell Agbagba is pitching. Maxwell, how is the situation where you are? Hello, Maxwell. Maxwell Agbagba has been monitoring.
On the Accra-Kasoa highway, and this place it's very close to the Wager toll booth, about 800 meters away from the Wager toll booth. What you can see here, this is the portion of the road that is causing a gridlock on this stretch. A gridlock stretching as much as 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers on the stretch. It's unbelievable. We sat in our car to go to the end of the traffic that we've seen on this stretch, and it's unbelievable. And this is the spot that is causing the traffic. You can see silt on a section, of the road. Previously, this entire section was blocked by the silt, and the vehicles on the Accra-bound section of the road were forced to use the Kasoa-bound section of the road. Now, this morning, the silt was shifted a little bit, and now these vehicles on the Accra-bound stretch of the road now have the opportunity to move freely. But even as they do that, the situation here, the traffic situation here, has not improved, Aisha. Some of the people I've been speaking to here, many of them have been compelled by the situation to find themselves in this car. You can see for this commercial vehicle, on a regular day, the gate would have been closed, but the people in there are feeling so hot, they've been compelled to open the door of that vehicle. Some other persons I've been speaking to tell me that, look, they would have wished to sit in their air-conditioned vehicles, to move in this traffic situation. But that is impossible now also because of the cost of fuel. So really, it's discomfort for many of the commuters who use this stretch, who've had to endure this traffic since morning. And this is what it has been like. The situation has not changed since 8 o'clock a.m., when we got here. At the area around the Atala section. So for people moving towards Accra, these people you're seeing, this is not the only portion of the traffic that they have to endure. Now when they move ahead a bit further, about 5 minutes drive away from here, they'll get to the Atala section of the road where we've had silt also dumped right in the middle of the road. For residents who have been speaking to here, they tell me that this situation is caused as a result of, is caused by the construction of structures right on the Wager Hills. They tell me that the vegetation on the hill has been cleared to make way for the construction of structures, some of them very big ones on that hill. What has happened is that anytime it rains, we have serious erosion, taking place on the hill, and that washes down all the silt, washes down the silt from the top of the hill, dumped it right in the middle, of the road. And about in the past 5 minutes, I've seen personnel from the Ghana Highway Authority. They tell me that they are moving in with their earth-moving machines to make the situation better for people. But the commuters who have been speaking to would fear that the situation will be exacerbated, especially on a Friday when the rush hour sets in. Some of them tell me that they would have to leave the office as early as 3 p.m. to avoid a terrible situation which they expect later today. Let me speak to this gentleman here who is a resident. Hi, sir, what's your name?
Yeah, Midday Joseph Aka.
Okay, what's the area more? Catch me.
Yes, soon you deep Accra Kawa, yes, so they share business for. But the one thing I'm percent beside Ghana politicians, MPP and NDC. Ghana, your more dageness on Bajan Ghana home. And I say, Sika and you go on Botomo Mupeso Mudinike. Because your politicians go on the background for roadways so that in the accident to be coming to Munibia Quampa on Fahon. Or to VA to me, I need to answer the motor, no, I best say, DNS or Ghana and Fano, because you're sick and no mood in the car. Yes, I be any more, I can no mood in the so. I have a clear to tweet. See, a new politician, 2 MPPs and NDC, so much to buy overhead be even so, way, Baba. Nasa nsuo beto na ebetuma hatmen fo ha na ka be fa top eto ekosi be bi se boni gas top ho na nipa no benya kwan akwadwuma ba wanu ahu se akeni beje asense de omuti oman mu na mutra vietim betwom na ha kakra tutu but me mpai boni se yakopon man nipa bia oye innocent moja ehwengu ha those politicians now be moja ehwengu
no I'm sorry we can't say that. Okay, yeah, kasa no, don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry. No, don't worry. Thank you. So he's putting the blame right at the doorstep of politicians. He's saying that they need to do something about the situation. His solution is that an overhead bridge here on this stretch will mitigate the situation. Will stop people, will stop vehicles from being stuck in this mud and then causing the gridlock that we are witnessing here on this stretch. So this is what it is like here, Aisha. The situation has not improved for the past 4 to 5 hours that we've been here. The situation has not improved. It keeps getting terrible, here, and many of the commuters who've been speaking to here want a quick government, intervention, Aisha.
Our man on the ground will still bring you more in our subsequent bulletins as and when we get to the situation. Now, patrons at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Planting for Food and Jobs Market say they want the ministry to do more to reduce the price of the food they have displayed. Some civil servants who bought some of the plantain from the ministry's market told JoyNews they do not see any differences in prices between what they buy from the open market and what the ministry sold today. But the ministry says it's work in progress and they're on course to achieve the objective of setting up the market. Richard Kwejonyako was there for us.
Some that are going for 10 Ghana cedis, and let me count the number of fingers of plantain we have in this bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this one is going for 10 cedis. Let me also show you the ones that are also going for 20 cedis. And these are the plantain that are going for 20 cedis, 15 cedis. This is 15 cedis. And then the fingers I see here will be more than 15. So you could practically say that a finger is like 1 cedi in this. Let me show you the ones that are going for 20 cedis, and these ones 25 cedis. And so let's count the fingers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they are big enough. As I speak with you, Kojo, a lot of the people are trooping in here today. It is only plantain that they are selling, and they say that they are selling it to the civil servants that are around. They started this market around 9 o'clock, and people have been trooping in to buy their stuff. The structure is like this. You come, you identify the food item, and then you are issued with a card, and then after that, you take the card that you've been issued with to a table where you go and effect payment, and then you are issued with a receipt. A lot of people are reacting to what they are witnessing here. Let's try and then speak with a few of them. Let me speak with you. You just bought a bunch of plantain. Tell me, how much did you buy it for?
I bought it for 20 cedis. Yeah.
Where do you work?
Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources.
What would you say about this?
To me, it's a good initiative, although, yeah, but since I heard that it's a pilot, we're expecting that in the next bunch that will come, the price will really go down a bit.
Oh, but you are getting a bunch for 10 cedis, 15 cedis, 20 cedis, 25 cedis. When you get to the market, how much do you buy them?
Okay, I can say that last week, for instance, I bought one for 15 cedis in the market, and then it was reasonable about the size. So I can't see any big difference from what is in the market and then what is here. That's my view.
So if someone is taking a vehicle, drive all the way to this place, and then the price will be the same as they buy it in the market, then you don't see any difference?
Yeah, that's my view, yeah, because if you are coming from maybe Amasama and Pokuase to come to the ministry, even from transportation from Amasama to here is like 10, 15 cedis. So I
don't see the point.
No,
really.
no. Yeah, that's my view.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a civil servant who has come to buy a bunch of plantain. Let me speak with you. Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Margaret.
What have you bought today?
Oh, nothing actually. I wanted some perishable goods, but unfortunately, they are saying they are not going to bring anything of that sort yet. So,
were you expecting perishables? Because how were they going to store them if people did not patronize?
Oh, people really like some perishable goods. So I was thinking I'll get some here, but I didn't get some. So I'm expecting some. Actually, if they can bring some to us here.
What is your reaction to this exercise?
Oh, in fact, it's very good. But I must say the plantain I saw, I was expecting the prices to be down a bit, but I was doing some comparison, and I saw that the price here is a bit high. So if they can bring it down for us, we'll be happy.
So it's not comparing it to the market where we buy our usual stuff. This one is relatively high.
I think so personally. Yeah.
So this is the view of this woman who is yet to buy, but she's gone through all that they have here, and she feels that comparatively, comparing it to what they get it from the market, it will be good. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
So this is the spokesperson of the Ministry of Agric. Now, have your expectations been met?
Well, we've started, and I'll say that the response has been very positive. Just that the big truck is still on the way. There was
Why has it delayed?
Yeah, the information gathered is that there was an accident between Apedra Suhum area, and the road was actually blocked, so it had to reroute through Chebi to access. So we're hoping that it will be here shortly.
But let's look at the food items that you have displayed here. Are we only expecting to see plantain?
Yes, so for today we are expecting to see plantain. Well, we said it's a pilot plantain for food at Jos Market. Plantain from the western north, as we saw the first pickup came, it's already gone. If you go to Efo Sandalapa, we also have the local rice that is there. We are scaling up on Tuesday. We are getting yam, we are getting some plantain and some cocoa yam also.
80% of final students who passed their bar exams at the Ghana School of Law are being called to the bar today. Let's cross over to the conference center where Chief Justice Enini Aboa is speaking.
I also wish to congratulate the pool of well-wishers comprising proud family members, friends, and lecturers whose toil, financial and emotional support have crowned you with success. As you deservedly celebrate the close of another chapter of your lives, which is the basic legal threshold required to usher you into the legal fraternity, I am happy to share a few thoughts with you on how you can contribute positively to shaping the future of the bar and, by extension, the constitutional growth and development of this nation. As you know by now, law as a distinguished profession is demanding. It requires a firm commitment to scholarship, a zeal for integrity, hard work, and professional excellence. It will therefore be detrimental to perceive the profession as a gold mine with an ultimate aim of making money at all costs. I would urge you to hasten slowly and avoid greed. You cannot measure professional success in monetary and material terms only and allow the desire for wealth and power, position and fame to blind you into throwing overboard the core values and skills that endanger true professionalism. Rather, you must demonstrate tenacious commitment to the ethics of the profession and hard work, as these will earn you good financial rewards as well as trust, respect, and honor from the people you will be serving. A more enduring success can only be derived from addiction to professional values and manifest satisfaction of your clients, which inevitably will impact positively on society as a whole. Through years of unblemished practice, unalloyed dedication and unwavering commitment to learn the procedures of courts and the nuances of the law, your names will be etched in the annals of the profession forever. On the other hand, you will not escape the derision of the public and the censure of history if you practice contrary to the dictates of the legal profession. It is said that lawyers and judges are immortalized by the cases we do and judgments we write. Work hard at wherever you will be. In order to shape an enviable professional path and build your own pedigree, do well to spend the early years in your career learning under the supervision.
You heard the Justice Enini Aboa speaking to final year students who are being called to the bar today. This afternoon, government makes steady progress to securing a financial bailout from the International Monetary Fund deal later this year. For almost 6 months, government has been negotiating with the fund for a $3 billion bailout. The country is expected to complete a number of negotiations at the staff level before finally getting the green light from the board. Earlier, both President Akufo-Addo and Finance Minister Ken insisted they would factor the deal into the 2023 budget as it hoped to secure the deal earlier. Now, Information Minister Kojo Ponkroma says government will secure a staff-level agreement latest by end of year. He spoke on PM Express, but let's cross over to Parliament and speak with my colleague Kweku Asante, who's been monitoring staff for us in Parliament. Kweku, when exactly will the budget be read?
So according to the business statement presented for next week by the majority side, the finance minister is expected to present the budget on the 24th of November. That is the expectation. Even that hasn't been firmed up because that is also the day that the Black Stars is playing their first match at the World Cup. The majority leader says government is making arrangements to ensure they can bring the date back by a day to enable Ghanaians to focus on supporting the Black Stars, and then the budget can be done at a later date. But for now, according to the business statement that has been presented to the House, it will be done on the 24th of November. But there have been questions as to whether or not the Finance Minister, Ken Nust, will be the one to present the budget. You know, there's a vote of censure motion hanging around his neck. NPP majority MPs are also insisting they are not going to allow him to present the budget. So questions have been going to the majority leader about who will be presenting the budget exactly. The minister says, well, that is in the domain of the president. The president will have to make a choice as to which of his ministers will have to present the budget statement on his behalf. And that as and when the president makes that decision, will be known to the House. But the expectation now, according to the business statement, is that the minister responsible for finance, which is Ken Nust, will be the one to present the budget statement.
Quick, hold on for me, because Minister for the Interior Ambrose Derry has assured that measures are in place to end the reported violence at the university campus, and that led to destruction of properties and injuries. The minister explained that adequate security patrols, among others, will be in place on campuses to ensure there is no recurrence. All right, my colleague Kweku Asante is still with me. Kweku, what else can you report from Parliament?
So, Don Kwabena MP, Sarah Adwoa-Safo, who has been absent for a few months now, is in the floor now, and that has been the sitting on in the chamber now. I've seen MPs from both the minority and majority side going to her to speak to her, but we do not know yet to speak to the media. But after several months of absence, and where some members of his own caucus advocating that her seat be declared vacant, Sarah Adwoa-Safo is back in Parliament.
How are her colleagues receiving her?
So I've seen a number of MPs go to her, to talk to her, from both the minority and majority side. Indeed, the minority chief whip, Muntaka Mubarak, left the other side of the aisle, went straight to sit by the majority leader of State Chairman Sabonsu, and shook hands with Sarah Adwoa-Safo. The majority leader has not made any contact so far with Adwoa-Safo, who is sitting right behind him in the floor.
Kweku Asante is our parliamentary correspondent. We'll still bring you more from Parliament in our subsequent bulletins. This afternoon, some Chinese miners mining illegally in a forest at Dompim, close to the Bonsa River, have just gunned down a Ghanaian. JoyNews has learned that 3 Chinese have been arrested. Erastus Asaridonko joins me with details. Erastus, what more can you tell us about this arrest?
So we are learning that about 4 hours ago, there are some Chinese miners who are mining illegally close to the Bonsa in Dompim, and in the forest there. There are some Ghanaian young men who went to the site. I'm reliably informed that they went there to take proceeds from a mining site, but the Chinese miners there shot him and he died on the spot. The body, as we speak, is being retrieved by the police. I've spoken to police sources. They have confirmed the arrest of 3 Chinese nationals in connection with this incident.
And so this people, what is the police saying about the investigations so far?
Well, I'm told that it's early times yet. They have just started investigations. they are now going to the scene inside the mining site, inside the forest, to ascertain what happened from there, and then pick the body for autopsy. And so they are not able to give me any further information, with exception that, yes, 3 Chinese nationals have been arrested in connection with the murder.
Erastus Donko is our man on this beat. We'll bring you more in our subsequent bulletins. Now, having difficulty describing an emergency, KNUST computer science students developed Call Away app, assuming you have broken pipe in your area. Are you able to vividly describe the problem over a phone? And even if you're able to do you have difficulties describing the precise location of the problem? Fortunately, the KNUST, Jude Selassie, Kwashi, and Genevieve Annan have developed an app dubbed Call Away to provide a live feed or a snapshot of an emergency or utility problem. Call app for technical assistance and monitor responsive timelines of problem resolutions. Love FM's Chrissy Deborah has more.
Hello.
Hello. This is the Ghana Police Service. Who am I speaking to?
Please, I'm Candy. I was passing by and I saw 2 guys with a gun robbing a kiosk. Please, can you come right now?
Where is this happening, please?
I'm not from this area, so I can't. I don't know the place.
Most people can't vividly describe a problem via a phone call. And even if they can't actually tell the exact location or direction to the exact location.
With all this, we were inspired to take on our project, which we call the Call Away project. Call Away basically is a report management system to serve as an alternate to the toll-free system. And it comes with certain interesting features that solves the aforementioned problems. Yeah, so with Call Away, you can select from these buttons which problem you want to report, if it's water related, it's electricity related, or others. So I'll let him demonstrate. Please click on the water problem. So yes, this is the form screen. You can see that there's a camera feature that allows the user to take either an image or a video of the problem. And with this, we believe it will give the utility firms more knowledge or to give them more details about the problem at hand, which will help them to equip themselves appropriately before they come to the site of the problem. So, yeah, so after the picture is taken, the coordinates of wherever you took the picture from is generated, which is seen here. And then Call Away also gives you the option to record your voice to further describe the problem, or type in the description field to throw more light on the problem at hand. Yeah, so we can see from the snack bar that the report has been submitted successfully. And then you can also view the report history. Kindly view the report history from the user. You can see we just submitted a report, and then currently it is tagged as delivered, meaning it has been sent to the respective utility firm. So go to the admin. So yes, and then Call Away also presents utility firms with the ability to update the users on the current status of the problem. That is, if they are currently working on it, or they've assigned it to someone to work on, or they are done working on it. So he will demonstrate that.
Currently, this is the problem I just submitted to the admin.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.
We're still live on JoyNews today. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll bring you the very latest coming from the world of business.
That such funds can be channeled into poor countries and used for adaptation methodologies, build community resilience so that we can be able to withstand the shocks of climate change. And so
he maintained that his outfit is committed to preventing issues of climate change that disrupt food availability and affect food quality.
Government is working through the allied agencies such as the EPA, through the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, through the Forestry Commission, with various targeted programs aimed at fighting or combating climate change or the hazardous effects of climate change upon the life of poor people in the country. So, for example, we talk about the Greening Ghana policy of government that is geared towards planting so many trees. That is a step in the right direction. If you look at community level awareness, if you look at how district assemblies are working with communities to build awareness, they complement with the work of civil society organizations such as Action Aid Ghana to intensify awareness creation at the community level. And so many more communities are getting more aware about the negative effects of climate change.
A recent report by the African Development Bank states that the continent will need some 3 trillion for climate adaptation programs by 2030 to enable African economies implement nationally determined contributions.
Now to the Ashanti region, where 135 youth in the Asante Mampong municipality have been trained in various vocations for self-employment. The beneficiaries received an all-expense-paid apprenticeship program for 3 years organized by Sinapiaba, a microfinance institution, in partnership with the Mampong Municipal Assembly. They also received startup capital and equipment to furnish their establishment after graduating from the program.
A sense of fulfillment expressed by the 129 female and 6 male graduates of the Youth Apprenticeship Program. Dubbed Hope for the Future, the 3-year apprenticeship training began in 2019 for beneficiaries in the Asante Mampong municipality. Free learning materials and financial assistance were provided to the beneficiaries as they gained employable skills from their preferred vocation, including dressmaking, welding, and hairstyling. Project manager of the Sinapiaba Youth Apprenticeship Program, Margaret Owusu-Asare, is optimistic the program would alleviate youth unemployment rates.
There is mass unemployment in Ghana, and it looks like everybody has neglected that side of apprenticeship training. Everybody wants to go to school. But this side too must be developed, and that is why we also want to develop this side. This very project has been, this is about the 3rd year, it's the final year. They started 3 years ago, and they have gone through MBTI exams, and their results are in. That is why we are doing graduation for them today.
The Sinapiaba Youth Apprenticeship Program has seen over 1,000 Ghanaian youth obtain entrepreneurial skills over its 19 years of implementation in the country. The initiative forms part of the microfinance institution's economic empowerment program to transform the lives of the vulnerable and disadvantaged youth in society. Municipal Chief Executive of Mampong, Thomas Apiakubi, advised the beneficiaries not to waste the skills gained.
Sinapiaba will provide a startup capital for those ready to establish their businesses. Do not waste the skills you have gained from the training. Put them into use.
The 135 graduates were awarded with certificates after passing their professional NVTI examinations. Rosina and Desmond, both beneficiaries, are grateful the training is contributing to their financial independence.
I started this week going to learn how to sew. This program has helped me a lot to sew a shirt from top to down, to get some money into my pocket and save some.
I needed someone to help me learn vocation, so when I heard of the Youth Apprenticeship Program, I didn't hesitate joining.
For JoyNews, Emmanuel Kweku reporting.
We have more business on myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Beverly Broom. Up next, the sports.
Good afternoon. Let's do sports now on JoyNews today with me, Muftao Nabila Abla, President of the Ghana Football Association. Kurt Okreko says he's anxious as the World Cup gets 9. According to him, though the senior national team is ready to compete, he has his fears.
Given what we have put in, I would comfortably say that we are ready. Already an advanced team has left Ghana, and the coach has announced, or officially announced, the squad on Monday. And once that is done, Ghana will be ready. I am I am anxious. I am edgy. Because everybody wants to be at the World Cup. Every player, every football administrator would want to be at the World Cup. And if it is that you want to be at the World Cup, I mean, you should be interested in what would happen on Monday. I want to see a team that will be competitive. It's a World Cup. It's not Chinesa. It's not Gota. It's the World Cup. I want a team that will represent Ghana and be very, very competitive and make our nation great and strong.
And that's how we wrap up the bulletin this afternoon. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Log on to myjoyonline.com. There's more of the news and updates of all the developing stories. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Enjoy the rest of our programs.